There are a lot of great cameras in the market as of 2025, no doubt. The moment I got this in my hands and I started using it for the iPhone launch at F1 this past weekend and just a number of YouTube videos, to me, this is one of the best overall hybrid camera systems that money can buy right now in 2025. This is the S1 II. Let's talk about it. All right, guys, full disclosure, I'm not paid or sponsored for this video, but I will be working with Lumix Singapore for future content on this channel and also on my Instagram. These are my thoughts and my thoughts only. Now, let's talk about the body design real quick. This is very similar to the S1R II video that I did a few months back. 5.76 million dot EVF, 1.8 million dot display that is fully articulating. You can tilt up and down, rotate in and out, especially if you're a hybrid photographer, videographer, you're going to enjoy this. And I don't have the vertical grip, but if you want extra battery life, I would highly recommend it. Buttons feel tactile, the dials feel great, and I like the fact that you can actually close the sensor shield on this, so when you're changing lenses, you don't get dust coming into there. This is a 24 megapixel semi-stacked sensor. You're thinking, is that similar to the Z6 III from Nikon? And the answer is possibly yes. Lumix will probably tweak it a little bit to their liking, but it is a semi-stacked sensor, which means it can be faster readout, better for fast action photography, for rolling shutter on video. The right lenses, this sensor, and this camera, it sings. Let's talk about what it's like to use as a photographer. Because a lot of people like to talk more about video with this camera, but it's actually made for photographs too. Does the L mount have enough lenses to cater to most photographers out there? Yes, they just brought on Sire, which is the 35 1.4 right here. There you've got Viltrox coming on board, and it just makes the whole system robust. And the L mount, to me, is one of the fastest growing ecosystems out there. And it's very, very exciting with the lenses that we have out there to play with. The 2460 f2.8, I tried it against the 2470. And honestly, if you want to save a little bit of money and you don't miss 10 millimeters, get the 2460. It is awesome for video. It's a great all-around lens in the 100 macro. And what you can get out of that lens, probably one of the best overall macro lenses right now for the price point, the size, and sharpness and performance. It's really up there. The autofocus on this, while it maybe not be at the same level as Canon, Sony, Nikon, when it comes to fast action photography, it still works really well. And I'm not missing shots because of the autofocus. It still detects people, eyes, faces, and you can also change which you want to focus on. Yes, it can do 70 frames per second in a burst mode, but the buffer on this isn't really that great. Wish it was improved. That tool is there if you need it in a pinch, capturing, I think it was Foo Fighters at Formula One. Locked on, got the shots that I needed, no blackout, it did the job. Now, some people complain, why doesn't it have one setting where it does automatic subject detection, regardless if it's a car, bird, animal, person, what have you? Is that when you use it on other camera systems, and they'll even tell you this in the manual, it does take a moment for it to recognize the subject and acquire focus. And so sometimes setting it to the dedicated subject that you're looking for is faster and more accurate. Tracking is going to be one of its weakest links. And you're taking, let's say, portrait photography, lifestyle photography, it's fine. But if you really want to track something moving quickly, not quite there yet. And the ISO performance is really nice. Even at 12,800, it is surprisingly quite clean. Again, AI software can clean all that stuff up, but it's actually very, very good. Let's take a moment to talk about this bad boy here real quick. This is the all-new 100-500 f5 to 7.1 from Lumix. It's an S lens, 7.1 on the aperture at 500 millimeters. Obviously, it's going to be a slower lens. Bright daylight, you're fine. Lower light situations, you're going to struggle. The ISO is going to definitely creep up. Now, it's a larger lens, telescopic in size right here, and you do have a zoom limit switch on this. So when you lock that into place, it stops at 150. So it's a 150 to 500 lens. And then when you turn that off, you go back to 100. So get an extra 50 millimeters. You can't adjust that. At least I don't know how. But you do have this ring where you can adjust the smoothness and tightness to make it a little bit easier or slower depending on how you want to use it. If you want to do a little bit of a track-in for video, you can do that with this. Great stabilization on this as well. It's got OIS paired with the body. You are golden with this lens. Can we just talk for a moment about stabilization? Lumix has the best stabilization, I feel, out of any full-frame camera system in the market. You can capture 1/5 on your shutter speed handheld and get sharp images. You have cropless stabilization. So if you want to, let's say, vlog or, walk around and capture yourself, it's probably one of the best attributes to the Lumix lineup. It's something very, very special. So let's talk video, because this camera is one heck of a hybrid system. Like a lot of other Lumix cameras out there, they put the kitchen sink when it comes to video features inside of this. 6K 30p open gate, 5.1K 60p open gate. Then you have ProRes RAW. You have 420 10-bit H.265 anamorphic as well. This camera system is more than enough when it comes to video. The image quality is awesome. You guys have been saying, hey, what are you shooting on? This looks really good. It's the S1 II, man. Shooting in Vlog for most of the time, and I'm actually just grading it in post in DaVinci Resolve and rocking and rolling with it. I've really, really enjoyed using it. Probably a little bit more than the S1R II because of the overheating factor, which I think we should talk about right now, get this out of the way, and then we can continue on with the rest of the video. Does this camera overheat? It overheated once, and that's because direct sun was coming onto the camera. Outside of that though, it didn't happen, and I was only recording for about 20-25 minutes at the time, continuously, and then it kicked in 6K open gate. So I want to put that out there, just in case you're wondering. So what are the best practices to alleviate overheating? Well, in this camera system, that would be to use SD cards. Do not use CF Express cards because those tend to overheat faster. SD cards will last longer on the S1 II and the S1R II at the time of this recording. But this performs a lot better than the S1R II. They've got a fan built into this camera. It shouldn't have overheating issues. And I would highly recommend that if you're gonna be shooting more video than photo, and you're kind of like, do I go S1R II or S1 II? I would say go S1 II. 6K open gate is more than good enough. And with open gate, if you don't know this, you don't have to worry about losing resolution because it's just the height and the width of the sensor, so you can actually crop in as you want. I don't have the RE C-Log inside this. They didn't give that to me for this review, unfortunately, so I can't tell you how it performs versus Vlog, but while some people will like RE C-Log, it's like a $200 plus upgrade. If you need it, you need it. If you don't, I would say, you know what? You're gonna be more than adequate with what you have here. Also, you have the Lumix Lab option where you can actually download LUTs from the app on your smartphone to your camera, and then you can customize the look on that as well. You can create your own LUTs and use it for photos and for videos. There's so much flexibility in this system when it comes to video, especially for the price point, what you get, the image quality, the performance. It's really up there with some of the best out there, dollar for dollar, in the marketplace, hands down. Let's talk anamorphic when it comes to video, because this is one of the strong suits of the Lumix system. The anamorphic support in this camera, I think it's the best out of any mirrorless full-frame system in the market. What Lumix has done, they're giving you stabilization with anamorphic, de-squeeze inside so you can actually see what it looks like. I've tried it with the Siri autofocus lens on my S1R II video, worked great. Also their new anamorphic lens as well, which is a PL mount cinema lens. Stabilization is there, easy to focus. It just makes sense. Lumix has got this market cornered. So if you want to get more cinematic with anamorphic, Lumix is the way to go. I want to talk about one feature in this camera that I think more camera manufacturers should have, and that's frame markers. Nowadays, we are shooting content for social media, which is vertical, and obviously YouTube is more landscape. The fact that Lumix has multiple frame markers that you can put on the display, like right now, I can see my frame marker for a 9:16. So if I want to crop this for TikTok or YouTube Shorts, for example, or Instagram, I know exactly where I'm at in the frame. It just makes shooting a variety of different content for different platforms a world of difference. And so hopefully more manufacturers follow suit with what Lumix is doing on this. I mean, it has saved me so much time having these versus having to reshoot for portrait, reshoot for landscape, because I can shoot open gate and get it all in one shot. So let's talk about things that I wish were improved. Overheating, it doesn't happen so much here on the S1 II. If they can fix that one thing, bigger market for this camera because it deserves to have it. I do wish that the buffer size in terms of photography was bigger, be something that they could look into. That would be absolutely fantastic. Having access to the vertical grip in other markets would be great to have. So more batteries inside of this will definitely help when it comes to video. It's a camera that once you set it up, yes, the menu system isn't the easiest to understand. It works beautifully. And the shot, the image quality, the ergonomics, the performance for the price point, it's really one of the better camera systems out there when it comes to full frame in 2025. Anyway, guys, those are my thoughts here on the S1 II. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you have any questions, I'll try to answer them for you. Like always, like, subscribe. Thank you so much for the support. I greatly appreciate it. And I'll chat to you all very, very soon.